What's up guys, Josno right here, welcome to iDevice Central channel. In today's video we have to discuss about the 9.3.4 jailbreak, and finally it was released as an IPA format, which means that fellows out here using Windows or who don't know how to compile with Xcode or who simply don't want to mess around with the code from the GitHub project can try it out using, of course, Cydia Impactor right here. Cydia Impactor is simple as hell to use. I have plenty of tutorials and I also have an update for it. Alrighty. But let's talk about the Trident Jailbreak. We talked about this thing in the past. There is a GitHub project in here. Let me try to find it. This one right here, which is basically an incomplete or whatever you want to call it jailbreak for iOS 9.3.4 that also works with, let me count, 9.3.3, 9.3.2, 9.2.1, 9.3 and so on. And apparently it is not compatible with 9.3.5 because the Trident exploit was patched in 9.3.5. So if you're lucky and you're on iOS 9.3.4, at first do not update, and yeah, there might be a chance for you to jailbreak, because the iOS 10.1.1 jailbreak for the moment it's not extremely stable. QWERTY aka Luca Tedesco is doing his best to make it more stable and so on. But yeah, you know, Christmas, New Year, 3.3.C3 event and so on, and he was a little bit busy. Therefore, there is no new build. But let's talk about it. Well, there is a video, somebody spammed my Twitter account with this video right here. That is apparently a jailbreak for 32-bit devices. The title of this video right here is a little bit clickbaity because it says that it's also 9.3.5, which is definitely not. Trident exploit isn't compatible with 9.3.5 at all, but what I was interested in was the link itself, and the link itself brings in here another person who forked the Trident thing and compiled it from Xcode project into an IPA, and apparently the new IPA, this is what we're going to present today, is basically root access app for iOS 9.3 to 9.3.4, only available for 32-bit devices. So 32-bit devices users in here can no longer say that they were left behind, although not for 9.3.4. So it says Trident is an incomplete 9.3 jailbreak with the possibility of becoming a full-fledged jailbreak. And the supported devices seem to be the iPad, a couple of iPads starting to 2.1, going to iPad 3.1 on iOS 9.3.4, and the iPhones starting with 4.1 and going to 5.2 and 5.3, and most likely 5.1 as well. So basically iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, both versions, 5.1 and 5.2, and the iPhone 5C. Those are the 9.x compatible 32-bit iPhones. So before starting to recommend this to people, you know I'm very committed to your safety, to your privacy, and to everything related to what you install, especially if it's something that I recommend in my videos or if it's something that I put in my descriptions. So I'm going to get into what the heck is in that IPA. We're going to analyze it from the security researcher standpoint. You probably know that's my job, my full-time job. I'm a security researcher, a virus and malware researcher. So I'm going to take this file apart and analyze the heck out of it in order to make sure it's not some kind of, I don't know, malware virus hidden under an IPA that tends to be a jailbreak. Because a couple of days ago, well, a couple of weeks actually, somebody tried to sneak a virus into the iOS 10.1.1 jailbreak IPA created by Luca Tedesco, and that guy actually put the link on Luca Tedesco's replays on Twitter because he knew that everybody will try it. So make sure you don't install everything you see on the internet. Now, with that said, I'm going to open this thing up and see what's inside to make sure it's not a malware, and if it's not, you might get the okay to try it on your device and get root access. Right, so at first I'm going to make it the zip file. This is the standard procedure in order to get the content of it, right? You don't need to do this. I'm going to do this just so that you don't need to do it anyways, right? So I'm going to open the pack, and in the pack I can see a couple of icons in here, which is not something bad, but I'm interested more in the executable in here and in the assets, if it has any. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have any other things but a couple of files that are standard to any application. It was compiled yesterday, as you can see from here. So I'm going to open it with Hopper Disassembler to see what exactly this application does. And why I'm so committed to doing this? Well, Trident application seems to be related to the Trident exploit, which was a very powerful malware related exploit on 9.3.4 that was killed very quick on 9.3.5 just because it was very powerful, and very powerful malware or viruses can be sneaked into it. This is why I'm going to try to do this, right? So we have an exploit header in here, a method, sorry, which seems to be doing what? Let me try to see. Okay, it moves some mathematical operations, has a payload that it tries to send the payload into the device, most likely. Alright, let me try to see. Oh, it patches task for PID. TFP0 is very important if you're trying to downgrade. Well, this jailbreak, if it gets to be created as a full-fledged jailbreak, as a tool, I don't know, that might be very interesting if it has a patch for task for PID, because it's very important, and 9.x jailbreaks didn't have this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and analyze this application in the background, because it takes a little bit too long, you probably realize, and I'm gonna be back with the result. Okay, it seems to be extremely clear that it's not a virus application. It seems to be alright, and it might be safe to try it on your own. But to be even more sure about this thing, I downloaded the original Trident project and I went into the Xcode to see if it contains the same methods and the same code as the project that it was compiled. And yes, it is kind of the same code in here, which means that it's not a virus, at least not a visible one. Okay, you can check out the project as well. It seems to be the same thing. The methods that are in the original Trident project can also be found in here. I'm going to show you. Right, so you have the same exploit method with the same find offset method. Offset, sorry. There is a offset method. Yeah. So for the moment it is safe to try this application, but don't take it for granted. You should be careful anyways when trying to install applications like this. But yeah, it seems to be pretty clear that the application it's not a malware. Right, so basically it's a Trident root access, a kind of jailbreak for the iOS 9.3 to 9.3.4, only available for 32-bit devices, but that shouldn't be a problem considering the fact that the iOS 10.1.1 jailbreak it's only for 64-bit devices, so it's kind of equal chance for everybody. So this is basically it, guys. You can check out my other videos in here on my channel. Go ahead. Do not forget to save your 10.2 SHSH blobs because they are very important. I made a video in here talking about this and why it's so important. Even Tedesco himself say that you should do that, so why not? And if you want to learn more about the malware attempt that was made when Tedesco released his jailbreak, you can go ahead here on my channel. And you should have my video in here somewhere. Let me try to find it to point it out to you. Not this one. Okay, these two right here. You should see these two right here. These videos are very important because in the first one we're trying to talk about the iOS 9.3.4, the new exploit, and the jailbreak warning. And this one right here is the iOS 10.1.1 Yalu jailbreak, which was created by Tedesco, and whether it's safe or not. And we'll also talk about enabling Cydia substrate. In this video, we discussed about the malware attempt, and we took the IPA apart that was posted. Well, the person who tried to infect other person's phones, with the IPA, took the IPA down after a while when he was caught with the malware. But I managed to get a copy from a friend, and therefore I was able to analyze it in the video, which is a kind of in-depth analysis on whether it's a virus or not and what that virus can do. It was a very powerful one, so I definitely recommend you to go ahead and watch this video if you're considering to jailbreak with iOS 10.1. And about the yellow jailbreak, because we're still on the jailbreak topic in this video, very important, do not try look at the Xcode beta 4 of the jailbreak. It is definitely broken, not the link, the beta itself. Everybody that tried the beta told me in the comment section down below that their iPhones simply kept on rebooting. Not a boot loop, but when you open the application it doesn't jailbreak, it simply reboot even on compatible devices. Which means that, yeah, you should get stuck with the beta 3 for the moment until the gamma release is made. Right. So yeah, this is basically it, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to stay updated on my channel on everything I post, being it jailbreak, downgrades, iCloud related or anything Apple related. And do not forget to give this video a like if you want or if you appreciate. If you don't like the video, just give it a thumb down and tell me in the comment section down below what you think about this iOS 9.3.4 Trident jailbreak attempt. Peace out.